done live from my phone before, but I'm giving it a try because my regular setup has denied me. So I don't know if I'll be able to say hello to everyone the same way that I normally do because I don't have the same visibility. So forgive me for that. But I did want to get the rest of this message out for you because it does seem like you've got somebody that is trying to gain access to your social media or to your life, and they shouldn't have access. So we have this skeleton up in the corner there. You can see the eyes glowing. Normally, you might not be able to see that, right? But the problem here is this is somebody who you have already tried to let go of from your life, and they continue to try to find a way in and be able to figure out what's going on in your life. So I have drawn a few cards in the first part of this live, where basically we had the Emperor and it was clarified by the Empress. The Emperor's in the reverse, indicating somebody who feels like they don't really have a lot of options. I don't think there's any way I could convince you to do this or say that. So they have to get a little bit creative in order to find a way back into your life or in order to find out what's going on with your life. Hi, Key Controller. How's it going? So we've got the King of Swords in the reverse, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Also in the reverse because they know they've been rejected. They know they've been blocked. Maybe they were too dishonest. Maybe they were up to some mind games you really didn't want to deal with. But they determined if I change myself or if I make it seem like I am someone else, then maybe, just maybe, without having to actually fix things with you, I could regain access to this relationship or friendship, even because you're already well on your way. You're not interested in figuring out how to resolve the situation with this person. You see through them. I would guess you see them as a little bit unstable or they really like causing drama. But the thing here is the Magician being next to the King of Wands makes me feel like, see how with the Magician you can see who it is, but with the King of Wands, they're just a shadow. They want to figure out a way to get back into your life by hiding who they really are. So, catfish, very likely, maybe even straight up like dressing differently or trying to pretend, um, well, whatever, wearing a mask of some sort, right? Oh, goody. Okay, so I can see things. Hello, Steven. Hello, Laura. How's it going? You could say I'm very determined because this message seems like it might be a little bit crazy for someone out there with, maybe a little bit of an obsession with you. So this is What's the News. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Upper Echelon. This is going live from my phone instead of my laptop. We'll see how it goes. So this is What's the News. We've got Ghost and Turnt. No closure, cowardice, disappearing act, and Turnt. Party animals, sex, drugs, and alcohol, and surface pleasures. So this could be part of the problem. We might have somebody that was an unreliable or, kind of toxic energy in your life because they were a little bit too focused on partying, things that aren't really important, right? Hey, Diesel, how are you doing? You're scared, Upper Echelon? I'm sorry. Hello, Kat. Hello, Mary Ann. This is not astrologically based, or it's not focused on a sign. However, I do have a playlist that is by astrological signs if you want to do that. Hi, Bitchy Tata. How's it going? So we have Heart to Heart and Spilling the Beans. They want to find a way to entice you into a friendship or a connection, convince you to trust them so that they can get some information out of you. And what information do they want from you? That's the question. Hey, Angel, how are you doing? Thank you. We have detective and red flagged. Snooping, digging for dirt, accusations. Red flagged has warning signs, take heed, and risky situation. What information are they looking for? They want something that they can get you in trouble with. So don't give them access, basically. I wouldn't. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Doesn't everyone? What else do we have? We have the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, Magician in the reverse. So when this person rebrands themselves, it's going to be a very different situation. They're going to basically step into like the dream version of themselves, right? I drive this car, or I do this for work, or I make this much money. They're going to set it up as if they are like exactly what you would want them to be. They're tailoring this new identity, or however they present themselves, to whatever is most likely to get your attention. There's no dirt to find. I love it. Isn't it great when you can just sleep at night, right? Hey, James. How's it going? So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, the Fool, and the Six of Swords in the reverse, and the Three of Cups. So if I can't get close to you as myself, then I will rebrand myself. I'll find a new way to get you to pay attention to me or to trust me, right? Hello, Army. How are you doing? Your username makes me think of a Bjork song called Army of Me. Maybe that song is important for this reading. Because basically it's like, you wanna fight about it? This is somebody who I think really is taking a manipulative, passive way to try to get something to hurt you, right? So I think for the majority of you, this is a scorned ex, somebody who feels like you've replaced them or rejected them. And beyond that, could also be a friend that you got into a pretty serious argument with. For some of you, it could be because you both were interested in the same person romantically. Leo would be totally possible considering all the fire energy we've had. We have Emperor, Magician, King of Wands. So, yeah. We've got Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you'll accept me if I rebrand, if I present myself as like the perfect person for you, the person that you've been waiting for. They don't want to wait until things are better. They don't want to hope that you'll eventually want them back or let them back in. They want to make it happen. They might like love bomb you as like a, oh my gosh, I think you're so great, but like a new person, right? New person. Or they might actually like gift you something. They're determined. They're going to use what they can to get back into your life. Hey, Universal, how you doing? So we've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Four of Cups, and Death. If I do this without strategy, I might get found out or I might get rejected. But it's like they're obsessive of or over this, right? Like, I've got to find a better way to do this. Like, basically be your fantasy or your dream person, and then you'll talk to me. Then you'll, give me some information that I want. Hello, XX, how are you? Hello, Laura. hmm Rejection can be a really difficult thing for people to deal with when they are a bit controlling or manipulative, and that's the energy I'm getting from this person. So remember, we had the death card come out. This is somebody who, because of an ending, is making a transformation. They are turning into somebody else. And with justice, it's because they feel like they need to get some information on you or do something to like get you back. Hello, Kahina. How are you doing? So we've got the moon and the tower in the reverse. Secret energy and like dishonest slash trickery energy everywhere. With the tower in the reverse, this is like, I'll just approach with a different energy and then I'll get what I want. All right, let's get a few from, this is the truth is. Yeah, you deserve better than that. Oh, okay. You might be mad at this person because of the decisions they make regarding their physical intimacy. What I picked up on earlier was this could be an ex who feels like you're interested in somebody else, or this could have been somebody who was a rival of yours in a romantic situation. Um, I mean, Spirit's calling them promiscuous, so you know. And then we have the settling card. This is somebody who felt like you would settle for the kind of treatment that they gave you, whether that was as a friend or as a lover. They found out they were wrong, though, because you walked away. Have a good time, James. Don't cry to me, Argentina. So we have liar, liar. Somebody here is being dishonest, and I don't think it's a coincidence that it came out with the just friends card. So this is like, oh yeah, no, we're just friends. There's nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Don't you worry. No, no, they're lying. So discreet relationship or flirtation that probably shouldn't have happened and caused a little bit of scandal. This is the Gilded Reverie. What else? The Coffin, number 8, and number 30, the Lilies. I keep getting references to this person making a transformation that you would not necessarily guess, that they want to look completely different, and in some cases might be pretending to be a different gender to fool you, particularly if this is online, right? We've got somebody who wants to reestablish a connection or be in your community with that Tower card. Tower in the Lenormand is different than Tower in the Tarot, just to keep that straight. And then we've got the Child, which is number 13. I want a new way to access your energy. I want to create the Fool, right? A new chapter with you, but you're not interested in talking to me, so I'll pretend to be somebody else, and then I can get what I want. So we've got message and the home. Now keep in mind, this can actually refer to a website or an application, the home card in Lenormand, and then we've got message. So I feel like this is an online attempt to get access to your information, access to your account, and they're pretending to be somebody that they're not because they know if they requested as themselves, you'd be like, oh, yeah, it's a no for me. Thanks, but no. This is the Rider-Waite. Hey, Lori, how are you doing? Why talk when you can stalk, huh? Never really liked that one. King of Wands in the reverse. Six of Cups. Someone from your past who's upset you. This person feels like they need to get even with you. Another Justice card coming out. But they're angry. So they have to pretend that they're not in order to gain access, right? Which is another reason why I feel like this is not face-to-face. Because most people struggle to hold back signs of resentment or anger when they are face-to-face with somebody, right? Online might be a little bit easier, and another card that could refer to World Wide Web, right? That's what the WWW stands for, you guys. Hey, Voyager, how are you doing? So we've got Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. There's a crafted approach to creating a profile or some sort of like better, more likely to be accepted profile before sending you a request or sending you a message. They want to specifically like touch on what they know that you're looking for or what your interests are. Yeah, so be cautious. You can't just, be giving out information to just anybody on the internet, right? What else do we have? Hanged Man in the reverse. We had that. Where do we have it? Right here. Refusal to change one's ways, refusal to see things in a different way. They don't feel like they did anything wrong, but they feel like you did them wrong. So since you won't let me talk to you about it, or since I can't, get out my frustrations, I'm going to find some way to mess with you. Lovers in the reverse. Seven of Cups in the reverse. I want to distract you from other love options by being your perfect person online and making you ignore real opportunities. Ooh, okay. The Hierophant. Their goal is to get you into a fake relationship. I think you're too smart. They're pretty confident that they could like lure you in and get you excited or interested in this. But with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, I feel like I don't know, maybe you've watched Catfish. Maybe you just are too smart. You want to have like proof of certain things, and this person can't give you the proof, or the proof doesn't look right. Hello, daughter of Saturn. How's it going? Hello, Aya. It is nefarious. Hello, Renee. How's it going? Let's switch actually. This is the Fairy Lenormand. Hey, William. How are you doing? All right, so we have the Key, the Mountain, and the Woman. 33, 21, 29. This feels to me like I'm going to approach this differently, and I'm going to kill this person with kindness. I'm going to do everything I can to be like syrupy sweet and maybe give them a gift, or maybe just like compliment them a ton. They want to be as loving as they can be to gain access. And for some of you, this is somebody who's pretending to be a different gender to get access to you. But I think with the Scythe being here, I think you're going to recognize maybe even like speech patterns or the type of emoji they use, the type of gifts they like to send, whatever it is. You're going to pick up on something here and I think figure out their plan way earlier than they expected you to. Well, that's interesting. What else do we have? This is the situations deck, by the way. So we have escapade and magnetic. They're frustrated because they feel like even though they've tried to let go or move on or not care about this, they aren't able to. Yeah, they're weighed down by it. I do feel like this is somebody who likes to claim that they are unbothered, but they are clearly not because, hi, you're trying to catfish somebody. You're clearly not unbothered. You're clearly pretty bothered, actually. Oh, but Marianne, that could be one thing that they specifically do to make you think that it's not them, right? So if you know that I watch college football, maybe I'm going to you to like make it seem like I'm not me, tell you that I'm a huge fan of professional football. You know what I mean? Like they might try to throw you off the track a little bit. Granted, if it involves spending money, that might be too much for some people, right? We've got meeting two people and Archangel Michael. I feel like you're going to have a conversation with somebody that you are close to, a best friend, a family member. And if you talk about this situation, they're going to be like, that's a little fishy. That's suspicious. So they might also confirm that whatever you see as maybe a sign that this person is actually somebody else, they may recognize that, tell or that emoji that they always use, or maybe they never capitalize letters, right? Racing and recalling. Yeah. They do something. They're excited, maybe because they've gained access, or maybe because they feel like they're going to be able to convince you that there's somebody else. But then you get reminded of something because of how they talk. You can wear a mask, but after a while, it starts to get itchy, and people can't like make a significant shift into being a different person without little elements peeking through and harkening back to who they were before, right? So, all right, let's see what else we've got with this is the Overthinker's Oracle. Yep. I refuse to let you be the one who got away. They might have caught something from a dirty karmic. Remember, we got this card. I miss how our relationship used to be. I'm afraid you will do me the same way I did you. Sorry, I had to hold back a joke. You loved me when I didn't deserve it. I'm going through a spiritual awakening, and I'm going to do anything and everything to get you back, even if I have to catfish you. Hey, Lemonade, how are you doing? We've got multiple trolls. Well, that makes sense. This person may have multiple catfish accounts. Don't you have any hobbies? I never meant to hurt you. I was so immature. What was? Hey, Enjoy, how are you doing? Breakup, separation, ending of a relationship, marriage, etc. They're struggling. Okay, so probably not a friend, but let's keep in mind it's a general reading. So, yeah. Oh, weird. Didn't see that one coming at all. You mean somebody's trying to get all this information on me? What? Be cautious, please. I'm gonna sit here and make jokes all day long because that's how I deal with some of the heavier things that I read on. But this is somebody who is literally determined to get any way into your life or figure out what you're up to, and this is not okay, right? Um, so please be cautious. Talk to people who care about you about this, um, because this is getting to the point where, like, you might want to actually like do something about this, right? It's not always just jokes. Sometimes people really do go too far. And all of these cards coming out are very pointed, very like this person is not able to focus on anything else right now. So, talk to your friends, talk to your family, maybe get like a camera and go through the people that are following and make sure that none of them give you the creeps. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for joining me with my first live on my phone. I don't know how to end it, you guys. I'm gonna try. We'll see if this works. But I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and thank you to the members. Doodles.